2020 has been challenging for all of us. There have been many losses that we have endured. Many people have lost their jobs, they have lost their homes, their economic status. All these materialistic things that we might have had or we may have had, we may no longer have these things in our lives. But my attention is not drawn to those things because, believe it or not, the job, the homes, the materialistic things, those things can be regained. It would take time to do it, but you can rebuild. Okay? But what I'm focusing on the loss that cannot be rebuilt. And that's the loss of a loved one. So many people have lost their friends, their mom, their dad, their brother, their sister, their spouses, their co-worker, aunts, uncle, just to name a few. That loss is detrimental in your life. And even though we know that death is promised to all living things, it doesn't make the process easier. The pain still is there. It doesn't go away. Regardless of how people may tell you, oh, go on with it. Go on with your life. You don't have to grieve that long. Come on. It's time to move on. I want to encourage you to let you know that grieving is personal. It is private. It is independent. It is something that you need to do for yourself. And don't allow people to influence your grieving process. However long it takes for you to get through that process, you do it. Whatever emotions you need to share, if you need to cry, it's okay. It's okay to cry. And why I say that, because I remember in the year 2003 when my father died. He was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. That was the most devastating time of my life. I've had many trials in my life, but that time it was just detrimental for me. I didn't know if I was able to bounce back from the feeling of the loneliness, the feeling of abandonment. I felt cheated. I felt that God cheated me, that He took the most precious thing that was dear to me, that I love in this world, and it was snatched away from me. And I'm left all alone. I'm left in this cold world trying to figure out how am I supposed to survive by myself without my dad. I cried for many months. I went through that time all alone. No one understood. I could not connect with anybody. And I know many of you may be feeling like how I felt during that time. Or you may have other emotions. There may be anger that may build up. There may be resentfulness that you may be going through. But it's okay, because all of this is a part of the grieving process. And once you go through that process, time will allow you to heal. I know there are many people will say there are many methods that you go, that if you do this or you apply that or the other things, but the only method that helped me get through the grieving process of the loss of my father was time. Time healed me. And what time did, time helped me to reach back and to see what treasure that grief held, that I could birth out of it to deliver to others. And the treasure that I received from the grief or out of grief for the death of my father, it was knowing that he left a legacy for me to carry on, a legacy for me to share with others, to let others know that the memories that we built together, the memories of him, the photos that we have, and I'm a big fan of photos. Even though now we have the digital world, And you take your pictures and you store it, or you have it on the phone where it goes in the cloud. That's okay. But every now and then, I like to go in my photo album and I like to find pictures. This is a picture of my grandmother. On this picture, she was 90 years old. She died 2 years ago. But I still have the memory. This is something that time or no one can take away. It's that memory that you have with your loved ones. No, grandma's not here, but when I look at this picture, I can remember the times, the laughter that we had together, the times that we smiled, the times that I went to the store for her, and all the good things that we did together. I also have pictures of my dad. Him sitting on the porch, spending time. This is our family portrait. And one of the most important things that my dad loved was his truck, and he loved fishing. All these are memories that grief held within. But I didn't see it at that time because I was sad. I wanted my daddy. I wanted my father. I wanted him. I wanted to be able to embrace him. It's nothing like hearing that loved one that loved one is taking their final breath, knowing that you're not going to be able to embrace anymore. You're not going to be able to laugh. You're not going to be able to spend that time anymore. You're not going to be able to build more memories. But I'm here to encourage you. Reach back and gather the memories. Gather all the memories, all the time that you laughed. It may even be just one photo. And you may say, well, Bernice, I don't have any pictures of my relatives. It may be a letter. It could be a card. And even if you don't have tangible items like that, you have it in here. You can think about that moment, that defined moment that you spent with your loved one, that you can embrace, that you can hold now, that you can hold on to. And that's why I wrote my workshop entitled Grief Encased Treasure. Yes, Grief Encased Treasure. And you say, well, how can treasure be hidden in grief? What treasure can I get out of losing my loved one? There's a lot of hidden treasure down in it. And after you step through those, through the process, you will find that I found mine. And now I'm willing to help you step through the process of grieving. Let you see that there's a process. There's a treasure in it. And if you will go to my website, I am lavanderred.com, and it will give you more details what Grief and Treasure Workshop is all about. And sign up. Jump on board so you can actually experience it. Yes, you're going to hurt. Yes, you're going to cry. All these emotions, they are valid. But when it's all said and done, and when time takes you through that process, you're going to be just like how I am. You're going to be able to reach back and you're going to say, now I know. Now I know the treasure that grief withheld in. And I can take that treasure and I can give it to someone else. So I encourage you to hold on. It may seem dark right now, but tomorrow it's going to start getting a little lighter. And a little lighter, and a little lighter, and a little brighter, and a little brighter. And then before you know it, you're going to look back like how I did when I thought about my dad. And I didn't cry. I wasn't sad. I smiled. I smiled and I laughed because I went back and I thought about all the precious times that we spent together. That even though he was not there for me to physically touch, to hug, and to talk to, but I grabbed that memory that Dad and I shared together. And I said, that is my treasure that I found in grief. So again, check out my website, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you.